What is going on, everybody? Before you comment and say, no, this actually did not actually happen, I know that somebody put this together, but I thought this was pretty cool. Just before, I haven't really heard much of it. I only listened to like 20 seconds to see actually how they did it, but I think this is very, very cool. If you have not heard it, you're in for a treat today. We're doing Olivia Rodrigo featuring Ariana Grande, or Ariana Grande featuring, I guess you technically say Olivia Rodrigo because it's her song in the background. But somebody on there, actually, it has 1 million views on YouTube already, which is pretty wild. It's by Grande, so shout out to Grande. It has 1.1 million views already in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. They mashed up these two songs, which is really cool. It doesn't say which song it is from Ariana Grande. It just says Olivia Rodrigo Driver's License featuring Ariana Grande. So we're going to be breaking it down. I think this is really cool how people do this and put this stuff together. I think it's really creative. And I think as artists, when people do stuff like this, I think we should be honored by it. And not some artists be like, oh, they're putting my song. I didn't give them the rights to do that. It's like, why? I'm not saying that these two artists would. I'm just saying some artists in general have been like that in the past. I'm like, why are you being so like prissy about it? Like, it's an honor that somebody would take the time to mash up your song with somebody else. And plus, you got 1 million views on your song that you like. Hey, it's 1 million extra views, man. Like, you know, I've already heard Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license. Now I'm hearing it again because somebody else put a mashup to it. People get too prissy. It's funny. But regardless of the fact, we are doing this mashup. If you have not subscribed yet, do me a huge favor and smash the subscribe button. Let me know if you have any requests. You can text me, international, WhatsApp, regular text message, depending on where you're located. And if you want to check out my music, Jake Restituto, wherever you listen. Also, if you release music, definitely consider checking out DistroKid. Save 7% on your first year. Link in bio. Let's see what we got.
Here's the thing. You're in love with a version of a person that you've created in your head that you are trying to but cannot fix. The only person you can fix is yourself. I love you. This has gone on way.
Yo, preach. That is some good. The only person you can fix is yourself. That's a good message right there.
You. This has gone on way too long. Enough is enough. I'm 2 blocks away. I'm coming over.
Got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. But today I drove through the suburbs crying.
Dude, the bass in Olivia's original sound is ridiculous. It's such a good bass. It's such a good bass.
You're probably with that,
and those stereo claps are sick.
that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. Yet today I drove through the
that
suburbs.
Phrasing right there is super interesting. Like how she phrased so insecure about. I think it's just really.
She's everything I'm insecure about. Yet today I drove through the suburbs. Cause how could I ever love someone else?
The slide down in that synth is so sick and good, man.
Ever love someone else?
It's so good.
I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one.
Even there, right, the slide right there is so good. I also like how apparent her voice is. Well, there's a bit of reverb, but it really just cuts through really, really well. They were able to create, I apologize for pausing, but they create space while also creating this nice reverb and nice straight vocal.
And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone.
I think part of the way that they were able to do that is by creating this, what I would call like a later attack, a slower attack, or adding pre-delay, which creates the reverb to come in later and creates this a bit of space between the initial sound and the reverb, creating a bit of space, almost like a slapback echo, but it's more of a reverb, giving the space and not crowding the vocal when it comes through, giving the ability for a nice reverb sound, but while straight vocals at the same time.
Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive.
I love how it gets so full and pulls out.
Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in
with the
that
synths
song
and the strings.
about me. 'Cause
Cut
you
out.
said forever, now I drive
So cool.
alone past your street.
Painted a picture. I thought I knew you well.
Pretty cool, man.
I've seen what isn't there. Caught in the moment.
So what it kind of sounds like they sped up Ariana's vocals. I apologize. I'm not entirely sure which song this is coming from. I'm sure you guys know, and you can put it in the comments. And I'm sure most of you probably have seen this video already. But regardless, I think that it's cool how they took some sort of acapella. You can hear that it's not the straight clean vocals just because they sound a little off in the sense of the way they strip the vocals from the song, but it still fits really stinking well. So like kudos to them.
I got a habit of seeing what isn't there.
But the way you can kind of tell some sort of phasing, there's a little bit of phasing kind of issue going
Caught in the
on.
moment,
But the average listener wouldn't know.
but you broke my heart. I said you only wanted hell of me. My imagination's too creative.
Even the tempo fits perfect. Listen to the kick drum going, and you can see even she's beating on the kick drum. Staccatos, man, a perfect timing. It's so perfectly in time. This was so well done.
I thought you were the one. Yeah, look at you, boy, I invented you. In Gucci tennis shoes, running from your issues.
So what people don't realize is how hard it is to mash up like this, because if Ariana ended on one different note, it would have completely not worked, because what happens is there's a specific chord progression that they're following, and if she changes one note, it's not going to work, and it's really, 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 really well made. It's hard to make mashups like this. So one of two things must have happened. Either these songs have the same chord progression and it worked perfectly, or whoever Grande, whoever made this, put a ton of work into this, because it's really, really well done. Even the layered vocals sound so good. Even the echoes in time. Nice, you hear that oscillation on the reverb, right? I mean, on the echo. Feedback on the echo is nice. These songs fit really well together. The layered vocals that Olivia did here are phenomenal, really well. It's actually, they're really panned pretty far, actually. There's not a ton going on in the center. I like how she comes in with this very, very gentle vocal here. Almost like a whisper style vocal.
And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. 'Cause you didn't mean what
very whisper, like giving a little bit more emotion to it. So catchy.
Forever now I drive alone past your street.
And then on the minor there. I don't even repeat it. That was killer, man. That was really, really, really cool. Definitely a very cool version of the song. I think the mashup was pretty wild. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you did. If you had already seen this video, or if you had not seen this video, what you thought about it. Text me, send any requests, or you can DM me on Instagram. If you want to check out my music, that means a ton to me, Jacob Restituto, wherever you listen. And if you are a musician yourself, highly recommend DistroKid. Check out the link in the description. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great Restituto day.